Wow. Amazing, 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 amazing. It's so good to have everyone here today. It's the Digital Business Summit 2021. Wow. Amazing. Wow. I'm so excited to have everybody here today. Digital Business Summit 2021. I want you guys to, I want you guys to begin to share the link to everyone on your list. Share the link to everyone on your list. They should begin to join right now. They should begin to join right now. I wanted to share to everybody on your list right now, right about now. The time is 7:56. 7:56, 7:56. And we'll be starting at exactly 8 o'clock. So I want you to share it to everyone, share it to everyone, share it to everyone. Share the link, share the link, share the link, share the link, share the link. Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Wow, it's so good to have everyone here today. I can see we have 4 people on the chat, 4 people here. We have 2 persons. So I want you to share it to everybody. Please tell me. Wow. Give me a minute. So yeah, okay. Let me. Wow. I want us to take the next 2 minutes to begin to share the link and invite everybody to be on this call right now. I know you're on this call. I want you to take the next few minutes to begin to invite everyone to be on this call right now. Be on this call right now. We have 5 persons here. I can see you. We have 5 persons. We have 5 persons. I want you to begin to share the link to everybody. We've started already. We'll be starting in the next 1 minute. The first speaker is already here. Emmanuel Kehinde is here and is ready to share everything he knows with everyone here. So, yes. We are live at the Digital Business Summit 2021. Woo! Day two. Day two. I'm super excited. Yesterday was a great day. We had Orifunke Lawal on the call. We had myself on the call, and then we did a strong expose on how to succeed as a freelancer and how to succeed as a content creator. Today we have Emmanuel Kehinde on the call today, and he would be teaching each and every one of us on how to on how to be able to utilize the opportunities we have in the tech space. Wow. I want you to share this link to everyone. I can see we have 10 people live right now. We have 10 people live right now. 10 people. We have 10 people live. Yes. The time is 8 o'clock. The time is 8 o'clock. We're going to be going live very soon. Share the link, 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 share the link to everyone. Okay. So right about now, I've shared the link to all the groups and I want everybody to join as soon as possible. Yes, but right now, so we'll be doing a 30 seconds countdown as I invite up here the first speaker for today. 30 seconds countdown. Let's go. Wow, 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 wow. And so we are live. The Digital Business Summit 2021, day 2. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm so excited to have you here today. I want to say thank you so much, Kehinde Emmanuel, for coming through for us on this, on this summit, to be able to share, relevant information on how to succeed in the tech world. I know you are a pro at this, and I'm super excited to have you here. So, Emmanuel Kehinde, thank you so much. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome, my brother. You're welcome, my brother. So we have 12 persons on the call right now. We have 19 persons. I've sent the link to virtually everyone. So the call is actually going to be starting right about now. The social media is actually going agog for this. So I would want to do a quick introduction of your person before we dive in fully into this call. Everybody will be joining in any moment from now. So by the time they're joining in, we're already starting. So I'm going to share my screen right now. So, wow. So who is Emmanuel Kehinde? Emmanuel Kehinde is a software engineer with expertise in native Android and iOS development. With 4+ years of professional experience, Emmanuel has worked with several tech startups, both locally and internationally. He is presently a mobile engineer at Plume Design, a US-based SaaS company for communication service providers. Emmanuel loves impacting knowledge and sharing as he learns. He owns a blog where he publishes technical articles on various mobile development topics. In today's seminar, in today's summit, Emmanuel Kehinde will be teaching us on the topic, Journey into Tech, Building a Successful Career in the World of Software Engineering. Emmanuel Kehinde, it's so good to have you on the call today. Thank you so much for coming around.
Thank you very much.
So,
Thank you very much.
yeah. So I believe you're ready to go. Am I right?
Yeah.
Very ready to go. Okay, that's good. So over to you right now, so you can share your screen. Yeah.
All right.
I want to see everybody in the comments. Just say that you're around. I want to see you. I want to see you put fire in the comments. I want to see you tell me you're around here. So put a comment in the live chat right now, please. Put a comment in the live chat. Let me see your comments just to know we're around and we're around for this call. So I want everybody to put a comment in the live chat. We're live. We're live at the Digital Business Summit 2021, day 2. Yes. Okay, yes, I'm able to see some comments from this end right here, Emmanuel. I'm able to see some comments from this end. So I think, yes, I'm here. Samson Oyekule says, I'm here. Yes, Samuel Oladokun says, hi, Emmanuel. I can see Samuel Oladile put fire in the comments. Kaladi Fakunle Akpan, thank God. Oluwaremilekun Ajayi, Okichuku, Adiama Ishola John, Yabari Debike, Akolade Oluwatobi, Yomowumi Adebisi. I can see everyone. So yes, over to you, Emmanuel. You can start. Thank you.
All right. All right. I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, your
All
screen is
right.
now showing. Yes.
Okay. First, I want to appreciate the organizer of the events. Apart from actually inviting me to this event, for actually organizing this event itself. This is a very um, this is an event where you are meant to learn a lot of things, and he's obviously doing it for free. So I want to say kudos to you for that, and
Thank
happy
you.
birthday in arrears.
Thank
Um,
you so much.
so yeah, I'm going to be talking about journey to tech, building a successful career in world of software engineering. If I proceed, who am I? I'm Emmanuel. I work with the mobile engineering team at Plume Design. And apart from coding, what are the other things you can attribute to me? You can attribute some of these things to me. And here's my Twitter handle. You want to DM me on Twitter or Twitter to me. So let's get started. So when I got to know what I'll be discussing about, journey to tech, it's actually a simple thing to do, right? Because I just had to talk about my story from the beginning to where I am now, and um, probably ending with if I can do it, you can do it also. So, but I realized that this is what I would expect people to feel like, oh, nice. But this is what will happen most likely because people feel like, what are you saying? Like, what am I supposed to use that for? Or something like this. So I won't do that. I'm going to still talk about some of my stories in between the slides, but I won't just talk about my story throughout the talk. So, but I'll still tell some story. So, first story is actually short ones. So, there's this guy. He wanted to study computer science. Yeah, and he got into the university. He studied computer science for 4 years. We went to coding, and after graduation, he started working for a company, blah blah blah, and he's doing well in his career, basically. Okay. Then there's this lady. She studied law, and while in school, she one way or the other found herself doing graphic design, and with time, she dived into UI UX design. Um, and after graduation, um, yeah, she went to law school, but after then, she ended up um, she ended up just focusing on design and going into tech fully. And then there's this other guy. Um, this guy wanted to study computer science and he got into this university. However, with time, he left. He had to drop out. You can see the way he's working out. So he had to drop out, and then because he felt like school wasn't giving to be specific, the Nigerian school wasn't giving him what he wanted to what he wanted. So he dropped out and focused on his career, and he's doing pretty well. So and then there's this man. He he didn't go to any school. I mean, tertiary institution. Um, and at some point in time, he got to know about the idea of tech and coding and thereabouts. And so he went to a teaching institute and then he learned coding. And then afterwards, he started learning afterwards himself, like personally. And then from there, he got opportunities to work at various companies, and he's doing pretty well in tech right now. So, so why these stories? Why am I telling these stories? Number one, to clarify some myths that you may have concerning getting into tech. Your story might not be exactly like any of the four that you just told, but there might be some similarity one way or the other to what your story might be like. And so the rest of these stories to eventually clarify some needs, some things you might, some belief that you might have concerning getting into tech and help you actually clarify those things. Two, to also have your mind well prepared to receive helpful resources on getting started with tech. Because imagine your mind is already set, like well set, that um, tech is not something I can do because of one reason or the other. So at the end of the day, you these stories and what I'm going to bring out of it is going to actually help you relieve you of some stronghold that you have in your mind concerning tech, and hopefully help you um, to be more open to receiving helpful resources about getting to tech. So you might be wondering, what is this tech? What is this software engineering that you're talking about? What does it even mean? I mean, it's a broad word, right? So what does it mean? So simple way I would define it is the fact that what we do in software engineering is just process of trying to develop a software program um, that can probably run on a web browser or a mobile app or some other platforms, basically. So when you see, most times when you see someone that is into software engineering or tech generally, they are one way or the other involved um, in this process. So, um, so at the end of the day, like I said, you're trying to build something. You make use of mobile apps today, make use of websites, and even YouTube where you are right now. It's being worked on by some people. So those guys are software engineers. Do you understand? And you make use of mobile app, WhatsApp, and like the guys behind it are software engineers. Um, so everyone involved, not necessarily those that actually write the code that you see, everyone involved in getting a particular software program or product out is involved in what we call software engineering and what we can actually call tech. So, um, I talked about the fact that people are involved in a number of processes that end up giving us the software program, right? So there are a number of steps involved. We before building something, right? You have to plan, write out plans of what you want to do, what do you need, and there are a number of people that might be involved in this. This could actually involve people that actually write the code themselves, the ones you can call the coders or the software engineers themselves. This could involve people like um, product managers, software architects, and a number of people, designers, could be involved in this stage of building a software program. So then we have designing, after drawing out a plan for what you want to build, you then have to put it out in form of design. So this is where people like designers come in, and they actually, you have an idea, they help you bring it out in something that people can actually see, right? So after designing, you have people that can actually implement the design and then write the code. Um, the programmers or software engineers or software developers. So after this, we have testing. I hope you all know that not everybody that is into tech is actually necessarily writing code every day, like writing code. Some are actually testers, and they are as important as people that actually write the code themselves. Um, we call them QA, quality assurance engineers. So they're actually engineers too. They are to ensure quality from the world, right? They are to assure us of quality. So these guys are involved in the whole process of what you call software engineering. So this is something that you can actually go into as well. You don't have to necessarily do like 8 to 5 coding thing. So um, we have deployment. So at the end of the day, after building your app or website, you want to push it out for people to use, right? So there are people involved with that as well. We have people called DevOps engineers. So those guys don't actually, they're not involved in the process of building what you see in front of me right now, something like that. They are the ones that actually ensure that whatever people build gets in the hands of the users. So, um, so even after building something, there are people that actually ensure that that thing either go live or actually make sure that it's thoroughly tested, and then we determine when it to go live or not. So there are actually some niche within that. Um, then we have the process of maintaining the product that you built. This one is more like everybody's involved, because at the end of the day, there are people that will keep improving. There is really no app that you use today that um, 1 year ago it was actually looking that exact way. You agree with me that 1 year ago, not even 1 year ago, things like, let me look for something simple. Um, WhatsApp, for instance, now you can send a photo that the user can only view once, right? So, but few months back, you can't do that, right? You could not do that. So, which means they kept working on it and kept improving it just to make life easy for you and to keep their users, right? So, so these 5 steps are actually there to, these are the steps involved with what we call software engineering, what we do. So there are different people involved. Like I said, there are some people involved in planning that might not be involved in deployment. There are people that might be involved with designing that might not be involved with testing. So everyone plays their role, right? And yeah, in these 5 steps are where different careers are. So um, so that's software engineering, that's tech for you. So back to the idea of different beliefs and myths that people have about tech and software engineering. So someone might say like, okay, I don't have a background in computer science. Um, can I go into tech, right? People ask these questions a lot, and I want to let you know that yes, simple answer is yes. You can go into tech, you can have a career in tech um, without computer science degree. And life is easy these days. You can actually, from the comfort of your home, learn anything that you want to learn today. So it doesn't matter what your journey to tech is like. I said everybody has a different story to tell. I just illustrated with 4 stories, right? And the 4 stories are different. They are completely different. But at the end of the day, everyone actually ended up in tech and doing well in their career. So it doesn't matter what you're journey down there. It's like the important thing is you're doing well in whatever you do, and you're putting your all into it. So you might ask as well that what if am I not too old for this? Like, am I not too old to do tech? But the truth is, there is no age. There is no age is not a barrier. You can do tech at age 10. You can do tech at age 50. It's all about wanting to learn. It's about the zeal to learn and to do what you're supposed to do. So, so I saw a TikTok video recently where someone said this. It says, so you don't want to take 4 year course at age 28, but guess what? Either you take the course or not, in 4 years time you'll be 32, right? And this is really really profound because we find ourselves sometimes procrastinating, sometimes not even doing some things because we feel like it's too late or this thing is going to take me a long time. And the truth is, either you did or not, or the you eventually still grow old, right? So so it's not about your age, right? Age is not a barrier, basically. So don't be scared or don't be worried about your age. Um, some people may feel like um, what people think about my reason for like going into tech, like maybe the reason why I'm going to tech, people will saying like people won't see it as reasonable enough. Um, but I like to tell you that people get into tech for different reasons, like different reasons. Everybody has a reason for going into tech, right? And I would like to talk about some of those reasons. And I'll call some reasons explicit reasons, and then I'll call some reasons more general sort of reasons. So one of the reasons is money. Money. Like who doesn't want money? The since yesterday that this event has been going on, like everything boils down to how to eventually be successful and be able to earn. I mean, that's the essence. That's everything we're talking about since yesterday. And if you missed yesterday's event, you can check it out. It's still on YouTube. You can rewatch. Um, so everything still boils down to money, and it's not bad. I mean, it's not bad if the reason why you want to go into tech is money. I mean, yeah, that there's big money in it. Fine, go for it. Some people's reason is that they want to be able to afford luxurious lifestyle. Um, you want to be able to travel, go on vacation, go to some place, get a yacht, and do whatever she said in that video. So, um, yeah, so it's not a bad reason to go into tech. Um, you agree with me that you probably know at least one tech pro or tech sis that has probably traveled in the last 1 or 2 years, and most times it's out of like job relocation and like. So if you feel like tech is actually a good way, like a good way to relocate, apart from study, people go through study, but not everybody can actually afford some of the school fees and like. Um, so tech is a very, very good way to relocate, right? You just have to get a very, very good job. These days, you don't even have to be like a senior person or something like that to get a job that can get you to relocate, right? Um, you sometimes there are a lot of companies that are opening up to find that Nigerians are smart and like really, really good. So that are really ready to take in things and the like. So yeah, relocation is not a bad way. And I don't know how many of us have this picture. And some of your friends that probably have used this picture when they are tweeting that they are leaving. And you probably saved it so that one day you use it to like it go be. I need to retweet and so it's not a bad reason to want to go into tech. It's a good reason. Um, some people want to go into tech just because they feel there's this drive, there's this passion they have towards um, techie things, right? Which is not bad, but this is reality. Um, you never want to go into tech for the money, but with time, I mean, you realize that you need money is cool, right? Money is good. So, so passion is not bad, but well, behind the scene, there must be some other reasons too. So talk about those reasons. I'll talk about like the general, some more sorts of reasons. And you agree with me that there are more there's more awareness about tech these days. Even from secondary school level, some schools are started to teach coding in schools and secondary schools, and it is really cool, right? Everywhere you go, you see people organize events about tech. So we agree with me that there's more awareness about tech, which is cool. It's becoming even more lucrative, like I said. Um, there's money in it. I won't lie. There's money in it, and in a country where like the state of the economy of this country right now, where um, everyone really wishes to earn like in foreign currencies, right? Because earning in the currency that we spend in this country might not be sustainable enough. So going into tech is a very, very good way to actually save yourself in that. So yeah, it's becoming even more creative. It's something you can do in the comfort of your home. Yeah, I work remotely. I'm working remotely for like since 2019, thereabout, and fully, completely remotely since like over a year ago. Like for my home, I don't go to any office, which is cool, right? So, um, yeah, everyone wants this, and this is something you can get in tech. So, um, it's a good reason to go into tech, and it's cool. There are a lot of free resources to learn today. Um, there are a lot of free, like you don't even have to spend your time to learn coding. I remember when I wanted to learn Java program language in 2013 before entering school. I went to the training institute and they told me it's 5,000 naira. But I had to carry my dad to the place because so that I can hear it himself. um, I mean, 5,000 naira then was crazy. In fact, now it's still crazy. Like to learn something is 5,000. By the time I'm done, if I don't know it, you're in trouble. Like that's what I feel like. So, but at the end of the day, I didn't take that course because it's too much. I mean, it's too much. Um, it's not too much for what I want to learn, but I could not afford it. So I ended up like going into Java by learning it at the some of these tutorial that people organize after semester breaks and like. And trust me, what I used to start coding was 1,450 naira. Yeah, that was the cost of the training, 1,450 naira. But today you could do without even spending anything. And there are a lot of free resources out there that can get started with. There are a lot of people organizing scholarships and the like. So you agree with me that this is a very good reason to get into tech today because the barriers are getting out of the way, right? So so I've talked about what tech is, some myths that you might have about tech and like. So how do you actually get started in tech? How can you go into tech? Number one, I have just 5 steps that I've written down here. More research the different career paths and skills needed, right? The jobs that we have in the industry and identify which areas spark your interest. This simple, you just have to go out there. You can ask people, you can Google some things. Check out the different career paths that we have in tech. There are a lot of them. There are a lot. You might not like the fact that you see your friends that sit down with their laptop like and then they code for like how many hours, something like that, and might not be something you like, might not like the idea of seeing some code that you don't understand or things like that. You might be the one that actually like the idea of making something look beautiful. So maybe you might find design interesting. You might be the one that like quality, like you like to see things gets really, really good quality, right? Maybe you might be interested in quality assurance, or you're the type that likes to organize things like that. So you might be interested in things like product management or project management. So you set different parts that you have, check for the available jobs and what each of these jobs actually require. If you check some of these jobs, you can get to know specific skills that you need to have. So you don't have to worry about learning things that you probably don't know or that you don't need at the moment. So I'll talk about this more in like the next slide. Um, and I have a link that where you can actually check some of these things as well. I'll say find a mentor that you can rely on after doing this. So you're going to pick probably something that you want to do. Find someone that actually does that thing and probably do it well and is doing great in it. So find that person and see if you can talk to them if they can actually guide you. Not everybody is open to mentorship, right? I use the word mentor, right? But not everybody is open to it. And you don't even have to actually have a mentor, really. But find someone that you can always go to ask questions for guideline and like. So these people can actually help you not go astray and start learning what you don't need and what is not necessary at the moment. These people can guide you. These people can end up being the ones to recommend you at some point in time. So get someone, talk to someone that actually do that thing that you want to go into. That will really help. Then learn the right programming language. From number two, you can, from getting someone to talk to, they can actually direct you to learning the right things. Um, with time, you should start working on your portfolio. Like the portfolio is not just about what you built. Um, at this point, I would like to talk about the fact that in tech, unlike most niche that we have, so to say, where we have things like certification and like being very, very, very important. But most times in software engineering, people want to see what you know and what you've built with what you know. So that is where portfolio comes in, right? Um, so you need to start at some point in time. You need to start building up what you can show people. Probably products you've worked on that you can show people. And yeah, this is really cool. And it's not just about your portfolio alone or what you build. Your portfolio doesn't involve that alone. It includes the impression people have about you. Um, yeah, you want to make sure that people around you know what you do, even when you're not, even when you're still learning. Let people around you know what you are learning, because you don't know what could happen. I'll use for instance, when I was in 300 level, I got that was my first job, so I got a particular job, and it's remote here, and I was the only one at first. And after a while, my boss asked me if I know someone that can work on backend to backend, and I asked him what particular skills is he looking for. He said Node.js, and then Node was still something that people were just picking up, right? And it hasn't become so popular that then. But I remember that a friend of mine, a classmate of mine, told me once that he's learning Node.js. At that instance, he was the only one that went to my mind. Like he was the only one. And yeah, I told my boss I have someone I can recommend. And I was like, like I even asked him like, is he only one person? Because I was looking forward to like linking up some of my other guys. And luckily he said two people, and so I ended up linking up that guy and another friend of mine. And funny thing is, this is power of recommendation, right? My own interview process, I went to Lagos. I traveled to Lagos to do the interview, and it wasn't easy for me, right? Well, my friend didn't even do anything. My boss just said, let's set up a call. He just spoke with him, just getting to know the person on Skype, and it didn't even use up to 5 minutes. Like I was like, look at what me I went to Lagos to spend like a day or two to do. I mean, that's one of the power, like that's the power of recommendation, right? And you cannot overemphasize the power of recommendation. There have been a lot of jobs that I've gotten that it's out of like people recommending. So let people know what you do. Let people know what you do as well. So that will really help. Also, start applying for jobs early. Even if you feel like you are not ready, you will get a lot of because something we call something L. We use the word L like when we get rejection from applying to jobs. You probably experience it. Um, yeah, you probably experience it. People reject you, and but these things are sometimes there to actually help you get better because you get to know where you're lacking and how you can improve yourself. So apply for jobs early. Um, I have a link for a page you can actually check for remote jobs and the like at the end of the slide, so you can check that out as well. So, talking about doing research about career paths, if you Google it, there you see a lot of people talk about trending tech in 2021, things like that. You see things around that where people talk about like what are the skills that I like people should focus on in 2021 and like so. One of the companies that does that is JetBrains. So they have this survey they do every year, and for 2021, they conducted a survey with 31,000 developers from 183 countries. I'll put there's a link to this particular survey at the end of the slide as well. So they conducted this survey, and I actually extracted some of the results I want to talk about. So, um, one of the surveys says what they were asking people for which platform do you actually develop, and as you can see, there are a lot of people like 71% actually um, do web development and specifically backend. And I'm not even surprised because I know a lot of people that do backend, like backend, and it's a really, really cool place to go into. So some of these things will actually help you see where you can actually go to, like as soon as possible, right? And not have to be about the bush. So as you can see, there are a lot of people doing more web than even mobile that are good. There are just like few number of people that do it. So this can actually help you determine what you might want to consider, right? They ask people about programming languages. What do they use? What have they used in the last 12 months? And as you can see, a lot of people have used JavaScript. Like JavaScript is the top here. JavaScript, HTML, SQL, then Python. And I'm not surprised that JavaScript is the top because I just showed you the fact that there are a lot of people going into web. And that's one of the things that they use most. Um, and as you can see, look at Go, for instance, that program language has under planning to adopt, or you can see that a lot of people are planning to actually adopt it. And that's because a lot of more people are using it now for backend. So these are some of the things that can actually help you like determine what you might want to go into, right? Um, then they did popularity of program language by countries. You can see in Africa, we have a lot of JavaScript, people that use JavaScript. Again, I'm not surprised. Um, they ask people about like what kind of activities are they embodying in the art work or something like that. So a lot of people do coding, a lot of people do testing, a lot of people do code review, deployment, system design. There are not very many people that do technical writing. Well, that's something you can actually explore as well. Yeah, like companies, Google, all these guys hire technical writers, just technical writers, and you'll be getting paid well as good as people that actually write code. So you don't even have to necessarily write code. That's what I'm trying to let you know. They have people based on gender, like male and female. Um, the same questions, right? And their conclusion from what they asked is the fact that women are more likely than men to be involved in data analysis, machine learning, and UI UX design or research. Women are less likely than men to be involved in infrastructure development and DevOps system administration deployment. And this is actually true. If you look around you, check for like the tech Cs that you know around you. Most times, these guys are more involved in things like data analysis, machine learning, design, and things around that. It's not that they cannot. It's not like women can't do some of this. It's just about like where do we find women more. So it's something that just seems like natural. It's not even like people are trying to force it, but that's like what it seems like. So this, if you are a lady and you're looking forward to what you're actually going to, this can actually help you like make a decision, right? Not necessarily to force you into going into something, but help you consider things and ask questions, further questions. Um, you have to pray about what operating system they use, their PC that they used to build. And you can realize that a lot of people still use Windows. So I don't have a MacBook, I don't have a MacBook. You don't really have to have a MacBook, except the singular reason when you don't have a choice is when you are building for iOS devices or Apple devices. Like that's like the only reason, that's like the only time when you can't do without MacBook. You can do it without MacBook. So it's not a limitation basically. That's what they're trying to say. There are a lot of people that use Windows or Linux OS and they are doing fine. Um, of course, salary is important. You want to consider like how do people get paid? What kind of jobs get people paid more, and where do people actually get more paid? And as you can see, more people get paid in the United States than most other places. Um, Yeah, and that is actually true. Most job roles that you see, we see the same job role, the salary of people that work in US and people that work in UK, most times the US more than UK. Of course, it might also, the truth is like cost of living here might be different from here as well, and that actually influences a lot of things. You stay in Silicon Valley, you'll be spending a lot of money, so you'll be getting paid more. So this can actually help you determine like maybe if you're looking to relocate as well, where do you want to go? You know, if you want to get paid high, you can try US and things like that. So you can actually help you make a decision. So salary by job role. So you so from here you can even see that um, some people get paid that are not actually developers that write code day to day. People like product managers, team lead, data analysts. A lot of data analysts are getting data analysts, data engineer, data science. scientists are getting paid even more than people that do like mobile or web development. So this thing is funny because I remember when I was on IT, and I at some point I got to know how much the product manager in my team was getting paid, and it was almost, I think it was like double of what, almost double of what some of my friends that we did IT together can attest to this. It was almost double of what the senior engineers that are writing code are doing. And me, as IT person, like me, I was just like, "Ah, how is it possible? This guy doesn't write code now. We are the ones that are writing the code. Why is he getting paid even more?" I mean, it seems unfair to me, but I mean, it's not like product managers don't work. In fact, the truth is, these guys are people that actually talk to CEOs, and like, these are people that make decisions about, and there are usually a lot of pressure on them a lot of times. They are even crazier that if product manager comes to you and says we have to release this thing by um by next week, you as a developer, I can tell him that, guy, get out. I can't achieve this by next week. But that's you telling him that what you can do, right? But to him, he probably doesn't have a choice but to get that thing out because he's talking to the business side directly. And there's a lot of pressure on them. So don't be surprised that there are a lot of jobs that actually pay even more than people that actually build the apps themselves or something like that. Um, so be open to explore a lot of a number of opportunities that we have in tech. Everything is not just about coding and the like. So explore different things that we have, and see which one actually is actually good for you. So um, enough of talking about technical stuff and the like. I want us to take a short break. And yeah, I'm a playful person, so I like memes. So I've got some memes, some programmer memes that I want us to go through together. Mind you, I'm going to talk about like salient points that you can pick from some of them. So it's not just about just laughing alone. So let's go. You agree with me that there was a time when um, this is what Googling we feel like when we didn't have like Google, we had to search things manually and like, so life is simpler now, right? This is funny because this is something that you see people come to you and talk about the fact that they want to build something. They want to build something big. GTA is like Grand Theft Auto game, right? And they tell you that you want to. They just started writing Hello World or something like that, or probably they've not even started. They just tell you that you want to build GTA, and they are jumping from. They are trying to avoid learning programming and everything that is involved towards that place, and then you're trying to jump towards doing something crazy, right? So trust the process, learn what you're supposed to learn towards what you want to do. So this talks about the fact that most times this is what we do as developers. Sometimes um, you want to do something, you want to implement something, and you don't have to do it. Most times, you just go on your browser and then you search for it, and then you see someone that has done it before. Because something Stack Overflow, that place is where you can find anything. If you have a problem and you don't see it on Stack Overflow, that's a different problem because that's where you should find solution. So that's what you do most times. You see the code, copy, and you paste it. Life is good. This one is a general thing, right? It's not just about programmers alone. People see your output, but people don't know what you've been through. Like people don't know what you've been through. But at the end of the day, people might say it's easy, right? See an artist draw something and you feel like, this is simple now. But you don't know what the person has gone through, right? The training and the stress and everything. So we experience this. It happens. We talk to people and you feel like you do something for people and you feel like it's so easy. Yeah, it happens. Uh, this is not just Sheldon Cooper doing why. This is like what happens to us sometimes. Why you're questioning yourself what's happening in your code and like, and then you discover that, oh, you're the one that made a mistake. These are reality. Um, this is what people think we do when we sit down. Like people feel like every time we're always at our desk writing code and being serious and everything. Most times this is what we're doing, wondering. Sometimes we want, like sometimes you be forced to wonder like, why am I even in tech? To be honest, happens. You might get frustrated at some point, but life goes on. You while learning, you might find yourself watching tutorials about how to do something. This is not even about coding or tech alone. You're trying to learn something and then you're trying to reproduce it. And then what you reproduce is completely different. It doesn't look like what, and you're following what the person is doing squarely. So it happens. It happens. It happens. Uh, this is just one guy trying to break down like what coding is, and you can actually see that it's actually 1% of coding. The rest are other things. Start like chatting with your colleagues and the like, and of course, copying solutions from Stack Overflow that I just mentioned now. Um, Most of us are guilty of this, where we just pass through the loan and instead of going through the normal route. But this is the reality of design most times for UI UX designers. It's not just about what you feel like is right. It's what users want to use. It's what users want to be able to do with your product. So you have to always think of users. So whoever designed this now should actually rethink their steps and probably, I don't know, since people have decided that this is the route they want to pass. Like this is the best thing that we want. This is the place we want to be passing. Probably you should just create this path and just create a triangular path around that area and make it neat and people life will be good, right? So um people want to do artificial intelligence. Like everybody wants to do AI. But how many people want to learn Python? How many people want to learn? That's the truth. Everybody wants to code, everybody wants to do this, but how many people are willing to learn? Reality of life. Um, as a developer, you find yourself, or as someone in tech, you find yourself working with people. You can almost not, unless you are, in fact, even if you are building a product yourself, at some point in time, you have to work with people. You can't avoid it. So even if you are the kind of person that feel like you're not good working with people, you have to learn how to work with people. You have to learn how to work with people. But sometimes working with people will make you feel frustrated and feel like, yeah, this is why this is why Batman wants to work alone. Um, Talking about tools that you used to build your that used to work. You want to use something that can actually power the project you build. We as mobile developers, right? We most times end up having to use a laptop that is at least before you can even enjoy mobile development, you have to be using a laptop that is at least 16 gig RAM Core i7. Even with that, your laptop will still be hanging because we use powerful like programs that where we code. But for people that do web development, they probably don't even need something as powerful as that because most times you just need your browser and a text editor. So it's all about like getting a good tool to use for what you want to do. Um, I, once you start doing tech, trust me, people will come to you to show you, tell you to come and help them fix the or do the weirdest of things because you're into tech. They can tell you to let me put something so silly that they can tell you to come and help them do because you're into tech. I mean, I just have to start explaining to people that I'm a programmer. It doesn't mean I do everything. It happens. So, and lastly, this says doctors say like googling stuff online does not make you a doctor, and we programmers are like, well, that's what we do for a living. That's what we do daily. We Google stuff like um how to do this. We use it a lot. How to do this, and then you find solution online, and then you copy it and paste it and test it and hope that it works for you. Where it works for us, and that's what makes us programmers. So. Back from break. So I'm going to leave us with this set of final words. Um, Number one, you need to learn how to learn. By that I mean you know yourself more than anyone else. So you know what works for you. You know that you're the kind of person that understand things more when you read than when you watch videos. You know that you're the kind of person that probably assimilate things better at night than during the day. Understand yourself. and know what actually works for you. Know how to learn. Know the best way to learn that's personal to you. This will go a long way to help you in the process of getting into tech and getting a successful career in tech. Um, you need to keep on learning. Learning never stops, right? Learning never ends. You need to keep yourself updated with what is going on in tech, in your feed. You need to just look around you. You realize that there's always you don't want to be outdated with what you do. There's always a bit of upgrade about everything around you. Um, I always it is something that is simple, but it's very, 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 very profound. I use POP for example. This thing that we use that they use at the top of the house, right? Years back, we used things like asbestos, right? Right. And this day, most times when you're trying to move into a building or a new apartment or something like that, trust me, you pick a building with POP over a building with asbestos. It's just a thing of like this is what is trending now. So trend is not entirely bad. You have to always keep yourself updated. But don't be there to say "No, I'm not following trend because everybody's learning this. Yeah, there are times when you don't have to do everything because everybody's doing it. But there are times when you have to weigh things out and see like I think I need to learn this, even for the sake of learning, even if I'm not going to use it. So you need to keep yourself updated. You need to keep on learning, keep on learning, keep on learning. No matter how experienced you are, you would need to keep on improving yourself. There are always things to learn. There's always things to learn. So put that at the back of your mind. Um, use your time wisely. You agree with me that time is one of the greatest assets you would ever have. This time that we have right now, this 1 hour that we are using for the stock, you will never get it back. This 1 hour, once it's over, it's gone. I mean, this entire time is gone. So whatever we use this 1 hour to do matters a lot. So use your time a lot, like use your time wisely. Um, know how to plan your day, know how to plan your learning. And for people that are actually going into tech and still have things that they do, probably your actual job that you do, and you're trying to dive into tech, and you are the kind of person that you have to um, find little time out of your extra hours to actually learn. Plan your time well. Um, yeah, network and make meaningful connections. Um, this is really important. Like I said, like the example I gave the other time, if my classmate didn't let me know like what he was doing or what he was learning, I wouldn't have been able to recommend him. There wouldn't be anyone to come to my mind when my boss asked me to recommend someone. So network with people that probably do things that you do or people that are in tech around you. Fine, nobody is an extrovert. I'm an introvert. Trust me. No matter what you see me like on social media, I'm an introvert. But and this is something that actually I would say that I struggled with um earlier in my career. I mean, I would go to events and I will not talk to anybody before I leave the event. Like a tech event, I won't meet any new person. Like there are like 1,000 people and I wouldn't meet one person. Um, this is something that one should actually work on, right? And because you don't know who you will meet, you don't know who you will talk to today. It could be someone that will help you, it could be someone that will lead you towards it. It will even be someone you will help. So learn to network. If you're not comfortable with physical connection, you can make use of like social media and online social media basically. Um, which is really really cool. Yesterday, someone asked um, John about like possibility of him um, mentoring him, like during the event yesterday, which is really cool. Like that person will probably not have the opportunity to ask such a question on a normal day. That person would probably not have the mind to actually just DM him on a normal day to ask. But due to the event that he organized and the platform that he had, that he could seize the opportunity to actually do that. He was able to do that. And yeah, he got the opportunity. So network with people and make meaningful connections to actually help you in the long run. Lastly, I would say define what success means to you. And by this, I mean you need to personally don't let what you imply success to be based on what other people necessarily call success to them. Know what you yourself can call success. This will actually help you to not this will help you to not look at people that are probably doing better than you at some point in time and feel like you're not doing well enough or something like that. Because at some point, like at every point in time, there will always be someone probably doing well than you are doing. Someone of your age, someone of your level, or something like that. That I'm not the best developer in Nigeria. I'm not the person that is getting paid highest among my colleagues. Trust me. I know some of my colleagues are earning times so what I'm earning. But you need to understand um, what success is to you. So you learn to gain satisfaction from everything you do, and you learn to appreciate where you are, and from that you can actually appreciate where you're going and draw a plan on how to get where you're going, basically. But at the same time, you'll be able to enjoy where you are at the moment. So this is very, very important. This is very, very important because once you start, you might actually start coding with someone at the same time, probably a colleague of yours, and then you realize that person probably will get a job. Person probably gets a job before you, and then you might start feeling like, what is the person doing right now? Not doing. I mean, it's not bad sometimes to evaluate and see like if you're doing something wrong or if you have to do something that will help you in the long run. But when you do it from the place of like feeling like you're not doing enough or like you're a failure, then put it that way. Since the opposite of success is failure. Um, it's no more cool when you're doing it from the place of you're a failure. So you need to appreciate every step in the way as you are moving on the ladder of this career that you're trying to choose. So that is very very important. So I will leave us with this word, with this statement. Spend less time wondering if it will turn out well, and more time preparing, working, and readying yourself to deliver with excellence. The outcome in that case is already a win. You gave your all. So thank you very much for listening, and I hope you gain from this talk, and I'll be willing to take your questions right now.
Okay, yes. So my mic was muted. What an amazing time. It's so good. Thank you so much, Mr. Emmanuel, for that wonderful session. Thank you very, 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 very much. I very much, the whole explanation, from researching exactly what exactly you feel you want to work on, and the whole steps you gave, So yeah, so that's just the things I feel like everybody needs to do. You understand? That's what I feel like everybody needs to do. And then you left us with some last word. He said, define what success means to you. Success means this different things to different people. You understand? So I don't know. You might feel like maybe because you're starting right now, as you mentioned, and then somebody who is, probably more inexperienced than you is actually getting a whole lot more, things. So the issue right now is, as I've said, this call is a 2 session, right? And once again, I want to thank Mr. Emmanuel for joining us on this call. I sent you a personal message, and I would love you to, still stay with us. There's going to be a Q&A session, right? There's going to be a Q&A session, but right after the session with my mentor, Chris Annie, he will be coming on right after this moment. And then please, as much as possible, you can drop your questions in the comments. Drop your questions in the comments. There'll be answers to them. So, Mr. Emmanuel, I believe you still be on the call, so for us to answer the question immediately after session with Mr. Chris, right? Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Thank you very much. So good having you here. I really appreciate you coming around. Thank you. Speak to you
Thank
soon. Okay, yes. All right, guys. So it's so good having you here today. I want to introduce my mentor. I've known him since 2017, and a lot of things that has actually changed in my life started from him. And then I wanted to let you know that he's not just any man, he's a very strong man. He's an influencer, he's one of the biggest men in Nigeria today in the internet space. So believe you me, everything he'll be telling you in this webinar within the next few minutes, I want you to take it to heart. I get what I'm saying. I want you to take it to heart and then take it to heart. His name is Mr. Chris Annie. You're welcome, sir. Okay, I think Mr. Chris is. Hello, sir. Are you there, sir?
Yes, I am here.
Okay,
Can you hear me?
okay, sir. Yes, we can hear you, but the video is off.
Okay. Sorry, I had a little network break, and
Okay.
so I'm super
Wow.
excited
Yes.
when I saw John's
Yeah.
program and
Yeah.
Digital Business Summit. I was like, oh, finally, John has now mustered the courage to start hosting events. Okay, which I've been waiting for like years, even his courses and all that. I've been waiting. And so tonight, I will be very brief, but I'm going to give a strategic advice. I've been teaching since morning. I've been at the studios, had several records. My body is telling on me, but for John's sake, we have to still teach because this is what we're called to do. Um, so let me share some words of wisdom for those of us who are freelancers, those of us who are in the digital space. There is something going on lately about people. Of course, we know the kind of country we are in, about people not value what those who sell their knowledge, those who do the whole internet business thing, what they do. Some people still see it as these guys are just wasting their time. So I'm going to speak to those who are knowledgepreneurs. I'm going to speak to those who are, John said I should talk to those who are also freelancers, okay, those who are marketers, business owners on the internet. Let me say this: it's time to raise your value. Um, it's time to raise your value. Please permit me. Let me share this again on YouTube. We live. Let me share this again. So it's time to raise your value. And when I say raise your value, it's not just in price, but in quality. It's not just in price, but in quality. So when you do the same thing in quality, it has a ripple effect on your price. And you must be so strategic and intentional about this. It's not just, oh, I'm going to start charging $1,000. Oh, I'm going to start charging $500. You have to be intentional. Intentional, you have to be strategic in raising your value. What you give. So let me give you an example. Though iPhone may not be the best to use as an example, but I think it's the easiest for you all to relate with. So iPhone launches iPhone. There's iPhone 12, there's iPhone 13. I mean, I'm waiting for iPhone 20. So there'll be excuse for me not to buy the iPhone 13. Of course, I'm not an Apple guy. I use Samsung very well. In short, the last iPhone I bought, I think the latest one, the i12, the 12, iPhone 12, uh, I did it out of pressure because of Clubhouse. Okay. And I discovered that using my three phones are still Samsung, iPhone. And so when the iPhone finally came, I discovered I couldn't even use the iPhone like that to just snap pictures. And I had to give it to my younger sister finally. Uh, so um, raise your value. Be intentional about raising the value. So you can see that people are rushing for this new one. Okay, people are rushing for this new one because Apple has built something like an occultic movement or a community, a culture. So people are getting so addicted, okay, to anything iPhone or Apple releases. It's the next big bunker. So how do you use that as an internet marketer? How do you use that? I'm going to give you guys an assignment. A trend. I hope I'll be able to see that trend. How to market like Apple. Okay. I'm going to share that probably with John. If I get it on Twitter, I'm going to share it with you. You should study, and you can see certain things to apply. Though not everything you can apply. You can see certain things to apply in your business, in your work. But you have to be intentional in raising your value. How do you deliver services? Is it speed? Is it in technology? Okay. Is it in the way you communicate? And this is ringing in my spirit again. As you're raising your value, in raising your value, don't be so stagnant that you don't want to evolve. Give room for evolving. You see, you must continually evolve. If you're going to stay, I don't want to use the word pressure or the current pressure, but if you're going to stay relevant in this market, okay, globally, you must continue to evolve. You can be doing the same thing, you can be delivering in the same industry, but you're evolving in that industry, meaning that the same way you deliver things last year is not the same way you're delivering it this year. It's not the same way you're delivering it next year. Okay, the way so for instance, now I start a business and I have no website, so all I do is on WhatsApp. We shouldn't meet you on WhatsApp next year. There should be growth. Okay, evolve. You transition to a new phase. There should be a website next year. Okay, you're a freelancer. How come people just know you on Fiverr, but you don't have your own personal website? That's a crime. You do business on the internet, you don't have a website. Even if you're a common trader, even if you're a trader, put your name there. Okay, there's need for continuous growth. There's need for you to evolve. There's need for you to be intentional about delivering quality over time. There's a problem we're having now in the internet space. People want to sell it because they say, no, it doesn't give quality. No, that should stop. Let there be that there's a lot of things you are doing to justify the kind of money given to you. For instance, today, if you come to me and tell me you want me to teach you what is in my industry, private coaching, Chris, teach me how to become a millionaire. I'll first charge you 10 million, knowing that you can't pay. And I'll charge you because I want to just teach you my brain for the next 5 days. And if you say you can't pay, I won't even call you back. I won't even say, yeah, let's negotiate. Why? There are areas of my life I have grown. I've grown mentally. I've grown physically too. I'm doing fine. At least I know this year I spent no less than $500,000 on paying for to my coach. That's my fitness coach. Comes out, my wife, and we're making sure when you pay the money. And even though sometimes, like last week, we only did once because of my work schedule. Financially, you're growing. Mentally, you're growing. In the quality of service you're delivering, you're better. That's how you can get more. I'm telling you. And as much as I'm telling you to start raising your value, that will effectively raise your price. Okay, it when the time comes, these things, when they sync together, it's automatic for you to say, pay me $1,000, and someone will pay you. Remember, you're not for everybody. Another table I want to break, for those of you on the internet, okay, for those of you on the internet, I want you to stop doing these 1,000 classes. I don't know why that thing is annoying me, but I tell you, the quality of pricing you charge will determine the quality of people that will come to you. Let me share a story. And this is something that happened to me in 2017. So I started Crypto Hub and I was charging $100. And I felt $100 is what, 36,000 naira. Okay. And so this stockbroker and who is into the whole fund thing, one who's a big guy, saw me talking about it in the WhatsApp group. And he told his driver, go and pay this money since transfers are not going. But see, if this guy run away with that money, at least I know I've lost it, but it's small, 36,000. Because I don't understand how somebody will will be charging this kind of amount for an industry like crypto. So he sent his driver, I paid, and he connected with me. And when he finished the course and the quality we're offering our community, he called me to his office and said, why are you charging $100? The minimum you should be charging people is $500. You should be having different kind of training for bankers, for stockbrokers, for people who are hedge fund managers, and all that. Because what you're teaching is much, is value. You mean, I'm telling you that in the finance school, they don't know these things. You're charging $100? He said, when I gave you this money, I was even thinking this guy is just one of those hungry guys. That thing taught me a lesson. It was now time for me to increase my value. Now imagine if I was charging 1,000. Imagine those others who have left because of just charging $100. If you know these things, it will help your life. If you practice these things, they will help your life. And that's the more reason why you should be intentional about raising your value, what you deliver. If you're a motivational speaker, it shouldn't be the same vein you've been using all these years you continue to use. Add a touch of class to it. Tomorrow, during the Wealth Creation series, I'll be sharing a lot. I'll be sharing a lot why some of you are still poor, even with the skills and gifts you have, because you are afraid to monetize. You're afraid to monetize because you don't have confidence in what you're delivering. You are afraid to monetize because you're listening to some people who don't believe in selling. Today I had an argument with someone. I made a post, a thread on Twitter, and I was saying that nobody can guilt trip me for selling my courses, even though you can get it for free on YouTube, even though people can get it for free on YouTube. But what I give, you can get it. And some guy was saying crypto is open source, is free. I said, you don't have the results I have. Because if you do, you'll be saying this. And I gave an example. Vitalik Buterin, his father his father has a school that has made millions of dollars from cryptocurrency and blockchain education, Block Jigs. And his son is a billionaire. His son is a billionaire. And the father is the last course I paid for was almost $2,000. Why is his father still charging since the son is a billionaire? That's the mentality we're fighting in Africa. That if you're rich, you should be teaching things for free. I attend conferences for free, even though the only reason why I can attend John's is because John is my protege. And I'm seeing Joshua and Bob. Joshua is there. Those are the ones I know I can attend their events free. There are people who invite me, I won't come. Unless you start paying. I need to start teaching people these things in the industry because a lot of people are abusing access and knowledge. When you want to invite someone, let me tell you why some of you do invitation and they reject it. It's because I know some people in this industry, if I want them to come today to my event, they will never say no. When I package a check of 500,000 and give to you, reject me, let me see. Let me see who is paying that kind of money in the Nigerian internet industry. I am one of those people who can call you and tell you, speak in my event for 30 minutes, I'm paying you 300,000. And the event is free. Quality. And it's a mindset. Some of you want to invite Christianity to your event. You don't even write, okay, sir, we're going to honor you with this. You don't know some of us watch that. I'm giving you a secret now. Because some of you who rejected your events, people have rejected your events because you attach an honorarium, honor to it. You think the Michael Dell, when you invite Michael Dell, they speak for free? You think when you invite Les Brown, they speak for free? Or you think when you invite Mike Murdoch or even the CEO of Apple, you think it's free? Even if they'll give that money to charity, it's still part of their income because they will account for it in their tax when they are reporting for tax. So let's stop playing the internet game with a mediocre mindset. Let me give you another example. Let me give you another word wisdom before I leave. Don't play the internet marketing space like the average Nigerian would do. Some of us are playing with a consumer's mentality, not a creator's mentality. Let me shift your brain. We're already in the creator's economy, and you must take advantage of it. We're in that economy now where a shoemaker in a remote village in Ondo State can launch a course on shoemaking, and it will be on the internet and sell 10,000 to 10,000 people. And guess what? It will have more students than a professor in Harvard University. It's the knowledge and the creator's economy. So you've got to take advantage of it. What should you do now? Don't just end up a freelancer, have an agency. Don't just end up on Fiverr. Don't just end up a programmer, have a consulting firm. Have a firm, have an enterprise, have an agency to what you do. Convert those your skill into an enterprise if you're going to last. Don't play like the one-man internet business game they do in Nigeria. That was the first thing that shifted my mentality when I came into the internet game in Nigeria. And I watched the Maki Alabi. I said, no. That these guys are doing it great. I learned to Maki Alabi, the old internet scene, and was this not on? That's when I started learning those things. But you see, you've got to learn how to build enterprise. Enterprise. Let me shock you, or let me give you an advice, not shocking you. You cannot build an enterprise. Join one. Join an agency. Join a platform. Okay, stop spreading energy that you can bring together and bring something. For instance, if I'm a full-time writer, I'll have a writing agency that will employ a digital marketer. So if you see a writing agency, you as a digital marketer or an email marketer, you go there. If you know digital marketing very well, you tell them you are applying for a digital marketing strategist position. So what you do is that you collect those who are the email marketer, the brand designer, the writer, the content creator, the SEO guy, the email marketing guy, and the social media marketing guy, and you bring them together and form an arsenal, a mass weapon of prosperity. People who are team that will launch something massive. But you know what? Many of us are in isolation, and everybody wants to lead, and nobody wants to follow, and it's affecting the way you're creating wealth. It's affecting it. It's affecting it. Let me know in the comment section. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? Your value. Am I making sense? Okay. In the comment section, am I making sense? Am I making sense? So you've got to know these things. So you don't go wasting your energy in isolation. Some of you are wasting in isolation. I don't know, but this is the message for the season. I've been sharing this. You're wasting. I'm telling you, you can write, you can do something, but you're wasting. Why? Because there are people you should actually attach with to get. When are we going to start having people say things like ex digital abundance employee, now founder of a $1 million agency, former content creator at XYZ Jumia company, now leading, I've just raised $1 million. That's the mentality. But you don't know that before they look at the word they use, ex-Apple employee, ex-Google employee. But many of you just want to start on your own like that. And that's why you're still suffering. That's why you're still where you are today. That's why you're not grown. You're skillful, but nobody's patronizing you because you think it's only by skill they patronize people. Nobody knows you. Nobody cares about you. There are people who know this work more than me, and people don't know them. And there are people I know this work more than, and people still don't know me, but they know them because they've been properly positioned. But you're not properly positioned because you want to do things on your own. You've taken all the digital marketing courses on Google. You can do SEO, blah, 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 blah. But nobody knows you because the enterprise you're supposed to work with, you're in isolation. You write 500 threads, no retweets. No retweet. Why? You're in isolation. I discovered one day there's a lady who followed. There's a lady. She's one of the lady who pushes all this financial skill thing and money talk in Nigeria. She's one of the ladies who pushes it. I mean, she's big. I'm not sure she has ever attended my conference. She has never attended my own personal event. But one day on Twitter, Nola was doing Twitter space. She attended. She even followed Nola, but she didn't follow me that trained Nola. So it means that because I've been projecting Nolan, but if Nolan was just on his own, he'll probably be having a 10-man group and nobody knows him. Who is projecting you? Where are you attached to? Yeah. I can do it on my own. Try it. You think starting is for everybody? Some people are not meant to start. People are meant to manage. Change this mentality now. You can. I want to start seeing where 3 internet marketers come together and they launch a mega multi-million brand. They say, Taye, you're taking this. John, you're taking this role. I'm going to perfect email marketing. You're going to say, I'm going to perfect the SEO. You're going to say, everything content, I'm killing it. And let's bro, we're going to kill this space. Next thing, you have an agency and you start writing proposals to companies, to systems. And they know that it's a team of people. That's why when you come to me, I tell you, for instance, now, I don't know how much Daba sold this week. I don't know. My developer knows me. I don't know. I've built a system. That's my time is going. I said I'll speak for 15 minutes. I'm just talking for almost 30 minutes. That's why
you can continue, sir.
So you don't end up with that kind of mindset. Oh, I don't know how much that sold. I don't know. The only thing I even know this week is that because we gave some investors our reports for one of our company in Crypto Life Capital. That's why I know, okay, this is the profit we made in our trading platform and all that. Yes. And I follow reports. I don't even know. There are team members in my team who can access the dashboard of our company, for instance, for Daba to see the sales. I mean, sometimes I don't even remember where the password is. Because see, the next level of your growth could depend on what you are delegating now and the systems you're building and the team you're building. It matters a lot. Write this down. Growth comes with organization. It comes with organization. So in organization, we have organs. So there are systems. There are systems, organs, the ear, the eyes. So when you put all these things in play, watch growth happen. That's why one of the mistakes I don't make, I've never made this mistake since I started anything called business, was not having a partner with me, somebody with me, even if it's a volunteer. I make sure I have at least one. It has worked for me. It didn't work for me because I have money. I've been doing it because I had that mindset. And I'm going to tell you, my first business was following a friend. Then we're launching bulk SMS services for schools in Lagos and politicians who were trying to do election. And then I just got admission to school. So what I used to do was I follow him, I see his proposal, I join him in marketing. Okay? Experience. When I started my agricultural business on campus, I got somebody and said, I spoke to the person about the vision. Don't be afraid to share your vision with people. It's not everybody that can steal it. If they steal, let them steal. What about execution? They can steal the idea, but they can't steal the execution. Talk to them. Tell them this is what I have. And come into this. I believe this way. And over time, they generate a reward plan for them. Most of my employees today started as volunteers. Transition. Evolve fast. Evolve fast. You know why? Don't let time catch you unorganized. I'm telling you. Don't let time catch you unorganized. Don't let time catch you unprepared. The wise will learn and wait. The fool will only learn when they need to. The wise will learn when they have to. But the fools, they will learn when they need to. There are things I am prepared for now. I'm preparing. I want to take my company's AUM to 10 million US dollars. Guess what? I'm already into the app. We're the first by a Nigerian who is going to launch a crypto hedge fund app and a web app that people can track their portfolio with their app. And we're the first that is launching or has a crypto index fund in Nigeria. We are the hedge fund with a crypto index fund. We're the first. Evolve fast. Because when you evolve fast, you have advantage. Advantage to make mistake and learn. When I'm in teaching mood like this, I need to go upstairs, Joe. I need to evolve fast. Evolve fast. I'm going to read that code for you in case you need to let that code stick with you. Okay. Um, let me get that quote. I need to get it fast. So a lot of you need to get, but I don't know. Am I making sense? Am I making sense tonight? Are you learning something? Are you getting something? Okay. Are you getting something? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. So I made that tweet yesterday. So let me share that tweet. Let me share that tweet. Evolve. If you don't evolve, I saw one of my guys, Tam Lore. I went on Twitter this evening, even though he has shared the idea with me before. I went on Twitter this evening and saw um, he has launched another chain of business using cryptocurrency to book travels. I was excited when I saw that. Be prepared. Let me give you another advice. Every creator here, everyone in the digital space, freelancer, please, I beg you, don't ignore what is going on in the cryptocurrency industry. As it stands now, I'm looking for, I think I've told John this, but looking for people, a full content creator who can write content on finance, tech, and is crypto savvy. My company is ready to employ the person if the person can prove he's doing fine. Because now, if you don't do well in my company, I'm tired of using volunteers who are paying and all those things. No, we need more professionals, more talent. Don't ignore what's going on in the crypto space, because if money is important to you in all your job, in all the things you do, money, the new set of money, is also important for the future economy. What will happen when a guy who is creating a course in Taiwan or in Mozambique, if he creates a course and the government seizes his bank account, or he runs a news blog and the government seizes his bank account, what do you think that person will use? Crypto. That's the more reason to tell you that you should not joke with this economy. I see some of you content creators, I see some of you shy away from crypto. But let me tell you, sir, let me tell you something. You're ignoring the new economy. You're ignoring it. I'm telling you. I'm ready to pay a content creator who is going to manage. His person knows what to write on social media. He knows what to write on our blogs. He knows how to work even with people who are writing our emails. He knows how to see what I'm seeing with the vision of the company. I can sit down and craft out ideas that will make things excited. There's even one we're trying to employ next week, a chief mem officer. A chief mem officer using mem to communicate what we are doing, using memes. You want to stay relevant in the digital economy. Learn to stay updated with certain trends. You cannot catch all trends. I don't know anything about AI. I don't know how to program AI. Even I just know it on the surface definition. I don't know more. I don't know how to do green technology, energy. But at least I have one niche that I am a god in. Look for one niche and be a god there. Even if you're not a god there, be an assistant god there. Be an angel there. Be an investor there. Be a creator there. Look for one. And you can multitask it. Don't mistake me to saying be in every niche. Look for one. Look for one that is trending. Boy, do you know you can just be writing blogs on green energy alone? Green energy alone. And companies will look for you. Do you know, as a graphic designer, you can decide to learn color illustration and do all this cartoon thing and start applying for international stores and write, make propositions to companies, because companies don't know the value of what you have until you show them how it will be valuable to them. They don't know. They don't know. So if you come to Daba now and say, like, now I'm looking for someone who's going to teach a course on how to do all those cartoon animations on Daba. I'm looking for somebody who can teach full digital marketing on Daba. Okay, the digital marketing strategist. I don't want you to teach everything about digital marketing. Give us the overview. Tell us where to specialize. I'm going to get people to teach on full SEOs and all those things. We're looking for them. We recently sent a letter to somebody who is going to help us. Who is going to do the photography course on Daba? I'm waiting for his response. I'm there because I want to take the education tech industry. I am sure in the ed tech industry, apart from if you look for any bootstrapped education tech platform in Nigeria that's done well, Daba is in top 5. The one that is bootstrapped is top 5. We've done 9 figures in sales only alone this year. I mean, this year alone, with the last report I saw, that was like 2 weeks ago, we've done over 150 million in sales. Just Daba alone, with the few courses we have. We are no angel investor. None, no angel investor. Bootstrapped. A company that I started on WhatsApp with just $1,000. I didn't start, unless I started on WhatsApp. Okay, get me right. I just announced that we are launching a YouTube course on WhatsApp. There's this my friend who made over $100,000 on YouTube. I told him to come and teach. And then I announced it that we're having a YouTube course. It's $50 and 20 people paid for it. That's the way we made that first $1,000. And guess what? The course has not been recorded. There was no website. I only sold it on WhatsApp. And that was the money I used in hiring the first developer that worked for Daba, built the first website, did the first design. And look at where we are from 2019. And look at where we are. I mean, in 2021 alone, there's power in compound interest. Yeah, you may say, Chris, it's not $1 million. So why are you boosting? Bro, you make 150 million in Nigeria in sales for one chain of your company. You're good. You are in the 1% of the 1%. So learn these things. Okay, learn these things. Learn these things. Learn how to catch trends and work with them. I've shared a lot tonight. God bless you all. Do have a lovely night. I discovered my wife has not given me food this night. I don't know. It's like she's cooking fire. The way I'm smelling things from the kitchen, man. I'm not sure I can concentrate again with the things coming out from the kitchen. So I just have to end now before I start telling you the next business you should do is food.
Wow.
And I'll start telling you.
Wow. I'm fired up. You know, I want you to put it in the comments if you're fired up this evening. I'm fired up. Yeah, I was moving. I was just moving on my seat here. Tonight is a special night. Yes. You know, anywhere Chris Ani is, the energy is awesome. I want to see your comments. I want to see your comments there. I want to see your comments in the comment section. Are you inspired this evening? Have you learned something? What an amazing night. What an amazing night. This is something I want you to run with throughout the end of this year and beyond. Yes, I can see your comments. What an amazing night. What an amazing night. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much. Yes, different comments. I can see Pablo Jr. says, so much knowledge. Akmantengo said, I'm fired up. Malobi Tochuku says, I am turned that up. Tokumbo says, I want Chris Ani's type of energy. I can see Kolade Fakule dropping the fire comments. I can see Yabari DK dropping, I'm fired up. Amazing night. Ola Oshegba Isaac saying, fire everywhere. Amazing night. Yes. This is a way to end the Digital Business Summit for 2021. Amazing. Keep sending in your comment. Thank you so much, sir, for tonight. It's a very amazing opportunity to have you on here tonight. Thank you so much. You know, let me just quickly share a big back end story. You know, while Chrisani was talking, he mentioned something, and he said, you know, it's about people who actually, you know, are proteges that they could actually, you know, like come on events free of charge. And I want to share a quick story in this video before we proceed to the facts section. You know, my mentor Chris Ani, he fixed the wealth creation series that was supposed to be on Friday. Now I want you to learn from this and learn something very important. Listen, you don't just teach people just by your words; you teach people by your actions. I've been following Chris Ani since 2017, and it's been a very amazing relationship. I've learned a whole lot. You know, I shared with him about how I learned cryptocurrency from him in 2017. And it was with cryptocurrency writing I actually made my first 1 million naira on the internet, learning exactly what he taught in the academy. And then what happened? And then he had fixed the event for Friday, 17th of September. And that was supposed to be the day one of the day one of this business summit. Now look at what the leader did. On that particular morning, I think they fixed the date the previous night before 17th. And then on the 17th, I just woke up, trying to prepare for the day one and everything, just to get everything sorted. And then I just saw Chris Annie's post on Facebook. I was like, oh, there's the World Content Series, because this content series, this was World Creation Series, is not just a new series. It's something that I actually been, but it has been stopped for some time since last year. So it's going to be continuing, on Friday. So immediately I saw it, I was like, geez, it's happening at the same time we're starting the Digital Business Summit. I didn't say anything because he is my mentor. I can't say no. Definitely, I respect that. So when I saw the post, in a sense, I wasn't happy. I was like, how am I going to do this? Because I'm going to host a meeting and I'm supposed to learn from this other meeting as well. How exactly would it happen? Believe you me, it wasn't up to 20 minutes after I saw that post on Facebook and Instagram, and I received the call from Mr. Krisani. When I saw the call on my phone, I was like, what exactly is happening? Okay, let me just pick this call. And that was, I think that was on Thursday. He called me on Thursday, and I picked it and was like, hey, John, yes, I know you've been preparing for this event. Believe you me, I didn't know that you had actually, that Friday, which was supposed to be your day one of the event, is the day we fixed. And I was like, Daddy, no problem, sir. That's fine, no problem, sir. It's an event, so that's not an issue, sir. I will try to find a way to manage the situation. I was like, no, don't worry, we'll find something to do about it. What do you think we should do? What do you think we should do? I was still in my humble self, still telling him, I was like, Daddy, there's no problem, sir. And he told me, okay, don't worry, John, you know what, I'll call you back. And he ended the call. And I was thinking, what exactly is happening? Imagine a big man, my mentor, somebody I look up to, has fixed an event, that thousands of people would attend. And he called me up that morning and told me again, it was shifting the event to Sunday. Amazing leadership. If there's what we call exemplary leadership, that is what exemplary leadership is. Once again, I want to appreciate you, sir, for the opportunity, and everything you've done so far in my life from the beginning up to now. Thank you so much. That was the best birthday gift I received this year. That was it was something I never expected. Shifting your event from Friday till Sunday. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. So I want you guys to go follow Chris Annie on Facebook. His name is Chris Annie on Facebook. Chris Annie on Facebook. Follow him on Facebook. Follow Chris Annie on Facebook. His energy is amazing. I can see the comments. Everybody's dropping fire everywhere. So follow Chris Annie on Facebook. Is Chris Annie on Facebook? All right, follow him on Facebook. That's his name on Facebook. I wanted to also follow him on Twitter. Follow Chris Annie on Twitter at I am Chris Annie. At I am Chris Annie. At I am Chris Annie on Twitter. And on Instagram, it is Chris Annie 1 on Instagram. Follow Chris Annie on Facebook. Follow at I am Chris Annie on Twitter. And follow at Chris Annie 1 on Instagram. So amazing night. And then there's going to be the wealth creation. Yes. All right. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much. Yeah. Wow. What an amazing night. What an amazing night. What an amazing night. I believe you're all fired up, everyone. I believe you're all fired up. This is so amazing. I'm so happy. So yes, not to waste too much of our time. Something very funny happened yesterday, and yesterday was my birthday, and the reason why we fixed this meeting was because I just wanted to, sometimes I share, some of the things I've actually been through in the cryptocurrency space with people free of charge. Last year, I remember I released an ebook, right? I released an ebook on LinkedIn for professionals. It was a free ebook, and this particular ebook generated, over 1,000, email leads and everything. So I'm still going to share a couple of things with us tonight. So we're having the FAQs. So I don't know, how are we going to do it? If you have questions, I want you to put it in the comment section. I have I still have Emmanuel Kehinde right here. Emmanuel Kehinde is still here. So we're still going to answer all your questions. Emmanuel Kehinde is here. So I want you to, if you have any question whatsoever, I want you to put it in the comments so we can answer all of your questions. We can answer all of your questions. However, before that, yesterday I taught on freelancing, right? I taught on freelancing yesterday. So if you've not watched that video, I want you to right at this moment, I want you to click on the subscribe button on the YouTube channel you're watching right now. Click on the subscribe button and on the like button right now, so you can watch this video and yesterday's video. So in yesterday's video, I shared on freelancing, and I shared a lot of tips. And then one thing in particular that I want to discuss about is portfolio building. Many people actually, even since yesterday, a couple of people have messaged me up and they were like, okay, I want this. I try to get clients, but I don't get clients. How do I do it? You need portfolios. I guess what I'm saying, you need portfolio. So I just want to share this quick thing with you. So somebody messaged me up and it was like, okay, I'm a copywriter. And then I try to get clients and then they don't give me jobs. And then how exactly do I solve this solution? And I was like, okay, what is the problem? Do you have sample copies? It was like, no, I don't have. That is the problem. Listen, you can't work for a company, right, that wants to employ you to do something official and tell them you don't have anything. I guess what I'm saying now. There needs to be a proof of work. One of the very important features that I saw with Emmanuel Kehinde before, I invited him for this event is that Emmanuel Kehinde, has solid proof of work. He has solid proof of work. Are you listening to me? I think he's still going to share about it later on. He has a blog, emmanuelkehinde.io. emmanuelkehinde.io. I'm going to put it in the comment section here. emmanuelkehinde.io. If you want to read about tech stuff and everything, tech. So Emmanuel Kehinde. Kehinde.io. So if you want to learn about tech, he has a personal blog where he shares many of his experiences. I think I'm correct to that, Emmanuel. Am I correct to that, Emmanuel? Am I correct to the with the blog website, emmanuelkehinde.io?
Yeah.
Am I correct? Okay, thank you. Yes. So as I'm saying, he has this personal website where he shares his experiences. I guess what I'm trying to say now. Now, in this same sense as well, there was a particular time he created an app. Many of you might have known the app, but you didn't know. There's this Twitter Save app at one point. He created this particular open source app. So that is one thing you need to focus on. If you're a content creator in this day, I want you to focus on portfolio building. There's this usual saying as, people saying, okay, you need experience to get a job. But in the same way, you need to have a job to get experience. But what about if you're in a situation whereby you don't have a job to get experience? What do? You create the job for yourself to have experience. So what am I saying in this respect? Let's say you're a writer, for instance, right? You're trying to get writing clients, and then you're trying to reach out to them, and they're telling you they can't give you the job. Why? Because you don't have sample content. What do you need to do? Write out sample content. The proof that you are a writer is the fact that you write. The proof that you can be a consultant is the fact that you teach. For instance, now somebody can see me, right, and say, oh, yes, this boy is actually very, very good in public speaking. Why? Because I am speaking at the moment. You can't sell what you don't do. You are a writer, write. You are a graphic designer, design. You are a web developer, design apps. I guess what I'm trying to say. Very, very important. Last year, even with the old ebook thing, LinkedIn ebook, what I did, I've been writing for some time now, and then I understand exactly, I've grown from just writing to understanding the entire marketing strategy process. I understand exactly how to make, how to generate leads for clients and everything. So what did I do? I came up with an idea about releasing an ebook. And with this particular ebook, some people just write an ebook and then they just put it up on the internet, right? And then people just download. But what did I do? I created a marketing strategy out of this ebook. So I'm just going to run through this document I have with me here and show you exactly what we did as soon as possible before we move on. So 1, 2, go. Okay, sorry, this is it. No, not this. Yes. So this is it. What exactly did we do? How we were able to get leads the right way. This was a lead generation campaign. And what did we do? I used it to beef up my portfolio. I released a free ebook. Now, what was this free ebook? This free ebook was about LinkedIn for professionals. And listen, there are different services you can actually employ on the internet. Now, with this particular campaign I did, If I wanted to, at the time, continue with it, I could use this particular campaign to be able to look for clients that would pay me for LinkedIn optimization services, CV writing, resume writing, cover letter writing, consulting. Why? Because the book I wrote was about LinkedIn. So people need solutions on LinkedIn. So maybe you're here and you're a consultant or something, and then maybe you're consulting in the tech space. How exactly do you position yourself in that respect? You could write an ebook. For instance, now, before you came for this event, you saw the flyer, right? And then the flyer prompted you to come here. So that was a particular lead. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? That was a particular lead. Very, 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 very important. Are you getting me? So you need to work more on what? On your leads. You're a digital content creator, work more on your leads. Are you following what I'm trying to say now? So don't just say there and say, okay, yes, I'm this. What exactly is your proof for it? So in this particular campaign, what did we do? We wrote the ebook. We made sure that the ebook was catchy. We had the graphics design attached to it. Aside from the graphic design, what did we do? We set up a very well-structured funnel campaign for it. We put it up on the website, and then people can just download, right? From there, they input their emails. So with that emails, what were we doing? We were collecting customer lists. I'm trying to share a strategy with you now. If probably you're looking for clients and everything, this is something you can do. You're a writer. Okay, you're looking for cryptocurrency clients. What do you need to do? Write a cryptocurrency ebook. I guess I'm trying to say now, take this cryptocurrency ebook and now begin to look out for people who are in the cryptocurrency space. Maybe CEOs of publications, companies, startups, and everything. Right? Show them your experience in this respect. You understand? Even on LinkedIn, everywhere. This is how you get leads. Are you getting my point now? So this is something I want everybody to focus on in this 2021. You're a digital content creator. You need to have proof of work. Proof of work is very, very important. All right, everybody you see today who is a big person in the space actually started with proof of work. Chris Hardy started with proof of work. He wrote a simple ebook on Bitcoin back in 2016, 2017. And that particular ebook, I guess what I'm saying now, was what blew up to become CryptoHub.club in 2017. As I read, Aki Alabi actually started NairaBet from just a simple ebook. So maybe you're a consultant, you're a business owner, you're looking for more leads. What do you need to do? Look for something that can be a lead magnet. And also another thing, don't shy off running paid advertisement. It's very, very essential. I could go on and on and on and on and on, but there's a whole lot that can be shared in this free webinar, and it's just a free webinar. But yeah, good news, guys. Just to officially inform you, I will be releasing a paid program very soon. I'll be releasing a paid program very soon. My mentor Chrisani mentioned something, and it was like he's been waiting for years for me to come out of my shell. I'm really not much of a social person. I think this is my first event, and I've been in the cryptocurrency space I've been in the in the digital space for a couple of years now. But I've really been so much. I can see my friend Bola Olamide in the comments. Thank you, man. Thank you so much, man. He's an amazing guy. He's an amazing man. He runs, he's the founder of GigsNet. So I'll be releasing a paid program very soon. And in this paid program, I'll be sharing my experience, right, as a freelancer. It will be in 3 different categories, right? Today, I have an agency incorporated in the United States of America. So it will be in 3 different categories. So I want you to, stay tuned. I get what I'm saying now. I want you to stay tuned and then, follow me up on my number. If you don't have my number, I believe you should have my number from the flyer and also from the groups that you're in. Send me a message. Hit me up. All right. Let me save your number. You get what I'm saying now? Let me save your number so we can communicate. So I'll be releasing this paid program, and then there'll be the beginners, there'll be the beginner freelancing course. And in this beginner freelancing course, I'll be sharing with you exactly how to move from $0 to $1,000 to $5,000 using Fiverr and Upwork, you understand, and job boards, you understand. And then there's going to be an advanced freelancing course, where you know exactly how to grow a freelancing business or how to grow a content creator business. Are you getting my point now? How to grow a content creator business as a brand. Yesterday, I made mention of different types of freelancing. I mentioned about the local freelancing. I mentioned about the use of job boards, and I mentioned as a brand or agency freelancing. Today, I'm not just just a freelancer. You understand? I've moved from just being a freelancer to running an agency. I work with clients on bulk projects. Work on several projects altogether, multiple clients. You get what I'm trying to say? So you can know exactly how to move from that. And also in the 3rd course, which the first course is the beginner course, right? Fiverr and Upwork. The next one is going to be about advanced, freelancing course for you to know exactly how to position yourself and brand yourself up as an agency or a well-branded freelancer. In that course, we'll be talking very much about pricing, talking about contracts. I guess I'm trying to say that we'll be talking more about contract, talking about how to close high ticket offers. I'll be sharing 2 strong strategies about how to close high ticket offers. 4-figure offers, everything. You'll be learning all of these things in this particular advanced program. And then in the 3rd course I'll be releasing as well, okay, I'll be teaching you exactly how to have your agency incorporated in the in the United States of America, and how to have a very stressless business. I guess I'm trying to say now, many people freelance, just from the corner of their rooms. There's no legality, there's nothing attached to it. But, with a US-based agency, you can be able to reach out to international clients. You can be able to have bank accounts in the United States of America. I have bank accounts abroad. I guess I'm trying to say now, I have a very functional Stripe account, a very functional bank account in the United States of America. I guess I'm trying to say now, what you would know for it, if you want to create an account with Bank of America, not everything is, like solid steps on how to just move from just being an ordinary freelancer to growing to a brand freelancer. So it's going to be contained in this course, and then more information will be released about this in the next couple of days. But right now, I want to tell you, please send me a message on WhatsApp, add my number to your WhatsApp, and also follow me on Facebook. My name is John Oladokun Opeyemi on Facebook. All right, follow me on LinkedIn. My name is John Oladokun Opeyemi on LinkedIn, and follow me on Twitter. I really don't have so much community on Twitter, so I want you guys to follow me on Twitter. My name on Twitter is at John Oladokun O. At John Oladokun O. Follow at John Oladokun O on Twitter. Okay, so in the next few minutes, I want us to dive into the question and answer session. Question and answer session. Okay, so I'm going to call up here Kehinde Emmanuel. So if you have any questions, maybe from yesterday's session to today's session, some questions you want answered, I want you to begin sending your questions right now so we can have them answered. So I want to welcome back to the podium and to the stage, Emmanuel Kehinde. Thank you so much, my brother. You're welcome. So I've added you back to the call. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, Emmanuel. I think your video is actually okay. Yes, you're back. You're back. So if you have questions, I want you to send in your questions right now. Okay, I can see Oluware Milekun Ajayi say, please, sir, please share the LinkedIn for Professionals ebook with us. Thank you very much. All right. I had the ebook on my website before now, but I've actually taken it down. But if you want to receive the ebook, send me a message on WhatsApp and I'll send you the ebook personally. Okay, send me a message on WhatsApp and I'll send you the ebook personally. Okay. Yes, if you have any other questions, please send in your questions in the comments. I believe you're fired up tonight. I believe you've learned a whole lot from this Digital Business Summit. It's not an easy feat, bringing this event together. I'm right here in Benin Republic, and then, I came in here for an holiday. And believe you me, I've been in this resort. I've been in Casa del Papa for about 3 days now. And I've been so busy with preparing for this summit. Yesterday was my birthday. I didn't even have any time, to even say I was relaxing or something. It was just a very, very, very busy time for me. So yesterday, the comment section was not fixed. So if you want to wish me happy birthday, you can put it in the comments as well. Happy birthday to myself. I'm so glad to be here. So yeah, your comments so that we can answer so much questions. If you have any questions, please send it in the comments. Send it in the comments.
Yes, I think someone. Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you. I can hear you, Manuel.
Yeah, I think someone asked. I saw a question before, like
okay.
session. So I think someone asked a question about said something about WordPress, that he does WordPress, something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
So and he was asking like, how can he probably position himself or something like that? It's way back. But I think what the person is trying to say is the fact that how can
I think your video is not functioning well, Emmanuel. Your video is not functioning well. I don't know if you yeah. I'm coming. Let me add it to screen. Okay. Again.
Okay. All right. Can you see me?
I'm yet to see you.
That's weird. Can't see myself.
Can you see yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. Just you can just continue. You can just continue, please. It's still not. It's still
Okay,
not showing
so
you. It's still not showing
oh,
you. Yes, it's still not showing
shit.
you. Honestly, and I want your face to show. I don't know if you can just like work on your video. Is it the video and your video?
I don't know.
Click. I don't know if
Let me
they
see if I
stop
can.
cam. Did you stop cam?
No, let me rejoin.
Okay. You can please rejoin. So yes, so as the person said, the person said, okay, you are into WordPress. How exactly can you build? I'm trying to find out the question. It says, you're into WordPress. How exactly can you get much more clients and everything? So if you have more questions, please drop it in. I'm going to see everything. I'm trying to run through the entire questions we have here. Um, okay, I think Emmanuel Kehinde is back. Okay, yeah, he's back. Okay, yes, you're back. Yes, we can see you. We can see you now. We can
Okay.
see you. So you can answer the question. You can answer the question.
Okay. Yeah, so I think the person was trying to ask how he can, I think it does WordPress, something like that.
Okay.
So I think the person is trying to know like how can he position himself well or something like that. So
Okay.
I think these days, to be honest, I'm not very sure of like a lot of companies like very very big companies that make use of WordPress for their most of their products. However, that doesn't mean there are not like opportunities. There are not very many opportunities with WordPress. And thank God, you spoke about Fiverr and Upwork and the like yesterday. And trust me, um, apart from writing, I think WordPress and SEO and thereabout has to be one of the best-selling niche on Fiverr, if I'm not wrong. And so you should probably check out that space. Like whoever has that question, you should check out that space. Like people actually getting paid by making use of Fiverr and Upwork because there are people that actually want like people that actually still use WordPress, and there are people that need people to actually help them maintain it and do all those SEO and all those things. So that's a very very good place to actually you can actually just rely on just freelancing and you'll be fine. And maybe with time you can then add more to your skills and then add more skills that probably can make you get like things like full-time job with some other big companies if you would like. But in the real sense, with just most of these freelancing platforms, you'll be fine. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I think that answers that. Next question. Okechukwu Odiama. It says, what's the relationship between freelancing and tech engineering? I think that would be something you would answer.
Well, I think the way people define freelance, I can't remember the way you defined it yesterday, but I think my own understanding of freelancing most times is just the fact that I'm able to work solely like as an independent body and offer service to people, and most times remotely. So that is what I will call what freelancing is. So its relationship with tech and software engineering, it's almost the fact that what you are offering is the skill you're trying to offer is software engineering, like your ability to build uh, software programs. And the way you're offering it is as a freelancer because you are offering it as an independent body offering service to people. So that's like the relationship between them.
Okay, so yeah, that's that question. Next question, Ayomide Emmanuel. Ayomide Emmanuel says, hello, sirs. My question is about today's session. I'm a web designer or developer and a full stack digital marketer. So I'm looking for ways to scale and get consistent leads and building leverage. Okay, so I think you want to talk on the yes.
Well, I'll probably talk about the first two sentences and then you probably talk outside the rest. So, because he mentioned like web developer and full stack digital marketer thing. So, how to scale and get consistent. In terms of my own understanding of what it means by consistent lead, I would say like its ability to see people to actually work with. Yeah, I think that's what I would say leads mean to me. So, like I said, there are different ways to actually, apart from directly applying to jobs at certain companies and working with them full time. you can actually work as a freelancer, like I said, independently, getting projects from people or working like an agency where you yourself, you take up projects from companies and then you work on it probably solely, or you have a team of people that you work with. So most times those things come from connections. Sometimes like people that you know that will actually connect you and recommend you. Also, it comes from like the idea of portfolio. People want to, once you have things people can see that you've done, that people can attribute you with. From there, people can actually reach out to you. Also, you should have a way people can actually reach out to you. So if
You
you
know,
have
Emmanuel,
things like,
you can mention your Twitter Save app now. You can mention that as well.
oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, it should be something that people can actually talk about the fact that, okay, when they mention your name, they can, oh, is it not the person that did this? Something like that. So you get, so is it not the guy that worked on this? Is it not the guy that was part of the team that worked on this? So that is actually really useful. So working on like things that people can attribute you with, that's more like portfolio. And then connections. Like you see people that actually get personal projects from having connection with people. People contact you to actually build things for them. So work on your connection, work on your portfolio, and ways people can
Okay.
reach out to you.
Okay, that's good. Thank you so much, Emmanuel. Yes, just to add to what Emmanuel said, I think I mentioned and I shared a lot of information about this yesterday in yesterday's video. So I want you to, rewatch yesterday's video, please. Ayobide Emmanuel, I want you to rewatch yesterday's videos. If you're looking for ways to scale and get consistent leads and building leverage, you understand? Now, there are different ways to it. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. There are different ways to it. The first way you can actually work on is probably you want to work with web design agencies. I guess I'm trying to say now. I mentioned these things yesterday. You can, if you want to make use of different platforms like maybe Fiverr and Upwork, but if you want to establish yourself as a personal brand, with the way I'm looking at what you're saying, I guess I'm trying to say now. I mentioned different strategies yesterday. Look out for web design agencies that needs, like full stack developers on their team. You could have like maybe 5 design agencies that would have you on contract basis. I guess I'm trying to say now. So that's a warm audience of people you can look out to. I get to my point now. That's one thing I feel you should do. So I've explained this very much yesterday. I think you sent the same question here. You do WordPress development, copywriting, advertising. I have a startup brand I'm looking to scale and add people to my team and deliver to people. So I've explained this as well. Ayomide Emmanuel. I believe you should understand. So watch yesterday's video and listen to everything I've said. You will definitely get this. Okay. Next, okay, still Ayomide Emmanuel again. He says, I run ads to get clients. I have a portfolio, a disha page that shows all I have in the past few weeks. Okay, so I think the issue here, I guess what I'm trying to say now. The issue here is actually maybe, I guess in number one, maybe maybe your offer is not convincing enough. I guess what I'm trying to say because it's a different thing to say maybe like you have a good portfolio, you understand? And it's a different thing for another client to say, okay, your portfolio is actually good. Do you get my point now? So it's a different thing entirely. Maybe you don't know exactly how to sell yourself. Some people are good with what they do, but they don't know how to sell themselves. That's how you find out that people even are more less experienced than them. I guess I'm trying to say now, they make a whole lot of more money, like professionally, than them. So I think that's the issue with this particular case. For instance, I think some people, many people, we ran ads for this free events. Believe you me, we could have actually started this event paid, but we ran ads and we spent good money running ads to to have this event we're having today. So the thing is, it could, and some people actually joined this event. Why? Because they saw the creative we used, the picture we used, and it was very clear what exactly they wanted to get. You understand? They saw value in that. I guess I'm trying to say now, the copy they read, they saw value in it, and then the copy was very explanatory. So it's either something is wrong with maybe the creative you're using, or maybe something is wrong with the or the ad copy you're using, or maybe something is wrong with the or with the page you're sending them to. I don't know if I get my point now. If something is wrong with that, maybe there's something wrong in your customer journey process. That is the whole thing, because getting a client is not just showing them your works, especially if you're an agency. You get my point now. They go through some certain kind of like stages. There's the discussion stage, there's the vetting stage, where exactly you know if a particular client, is qualified to work with you. Because believe you me, I have experience in this. Not everybody is qualified to work with you. You screen clients. You start like, okay, yeah, this particular thing, okay, this is we can't work on this particular one. I don't know if you're getting my point now. So, but if probably you're a newbie and then you're trying to like grow up, and maybe you should work more on building a solid portfolio. You understand? I know people actually started web design agencies from Nigeria here, and then they have clients abroad. Do you get my point now? So the thing is, you need to work more on your creatives, or you understand, on your marketing strategy, or you work more on your what, on your portfolio itself. You get the point. So it's one of those things that's actually having an issue. So yes, so integrity says whether I'm also a WordPress developer, but I'm still yet to make clients. I want to scale up. What I'll just say in general, work on your proposal. Work on your proposal. That's the challenge. If you're saying you are a WordPress website developer, okay, work on your proposal. If the proposal is not the problem, right? Exactly, put up a portfolio. Where is your portfolio? Emmanuel, for instance, has a blog, emmanuelkehinde.io, where he shares his experience with many of these things. I guess I'm trying to say now. So that's very, very important. So, Okechukwu Odiama says, sir, please, I look forward to follow you as you educate and enlighten us on freelance. Absolutely. You can send me a message on WhatsApp, follow me on Twitter at Oladokun, Instagram at Oladokun, and everything. Emmanuel, another thing again. So we're going to be rounding up this session in about 4 minutes. So I want us to be fast as soon as possible. 10:10, we should leave this place. Yesterday, we closed this, we closed our session yesterday at 11. And believe me, by the time we closed, right, actually in the resort I have here, the restaurant closes at 10. So I had not eaten, all through the event. I mean, I hadn't eaten all through the event. So by the time we closed, I just went to the restaurant to get some food, and they were like, there's no more food. They've closed the restaurant. So I did it because of you guys yesterday. So please, today I actually asked them to bring my food to my room here so I could eat tonight, because they're even closed. Now this is past 10 already. So we'll be closing the next few minutes. So Emmanuel, the problem I've always had is that I always try to do things myself. So I'm trying to build a team and delegate so I can take on more projects. Yeah, build a team and take on more projects is actually very, it's not, I actually have a couple of people who work for me, right, on different clients' projects as well. Do you understand? So it's all about you knowing exactly, okay, who are the people you want to hire? What is going to be your structure process? Are you going to be hiring on the salary basis, or are you going to be hiring per contract? You get what I'm trying to say? Maybe like, okay, maybe somebody, you're having a job, you want to outsource it to somebody, you have somebody who's actually very good in that particular thing. And then, you work on your staff, relationship. I don't know if you get my point now. So that's the situation. So, okay, Chuku, I want to learn freelance. Please, I need your guide. Yes, you can follow me, but as I mentioned, as much as I can explain, this is a free webinar already. I've tried. You know what I'm saying? I've tried. So watch yesterday's video once again. But if you want to know more, I'm going to be releasing a paid program very soon. But as well, you can, sometimes I share on my social media things that people could actually work on. Do you understand? So you can follow me on social media, send me a message on WhatsApp so I save your number, right? And then we communicate from there. It's so good having you guys on the call tonight, Mr. Kehinde Emmanuel. Yes, before I leave, yesterday, there was some glitches with the whole live chat session. So please, at Orifunke as well, I didn't mention yesterday, I want you guys to follow her on Twitter, right? I want you guys to follow Orifunke on Twitter at Orifunke. I want you to follow her on Twitter. She has, she has an academy. The academy she has actually, right, teaches people on Canva growth and content marketing. So if you want to learn more and build a skill, I want you to follow her, Orifunke Lawal, and follow Orifunke Lawal Academy to learn more. You understand what I'm trying to say now? She's very good at this. And believe you me, you're going to learn a whole lot. Canva growth, branding, content marketing, you're going to learn a whole lot. And also, as I mentioned before now, follow Emmanuel on Twitter at Imakoko96. Imakoko96, big man. So I want to follow Emmanuel at Imakoko96 on Twitter. Any other questions? So yes, Emmanuel, per contract works better for me. Percentage based. Yeah, that's fine. Percentage based, that's fine. Like look at people actually going to like work on contracts with you. Go into groups, freelancing groups. There are many people who are working on outsourcing. I started as an outsourcer, as I mentioned in my yesterday session. I started writing at €1 per word at the time, but today, come on, we don't do that. We don't do that anymore. We're off that. And even people that work for me, they don't even get that. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. They don't get that. So, yeah, Akmandengos is planting enthusiast. So, Barry DK says, please, sir, my question is it advisable to use your name as your brand name? Actually, it all depends on you in particular. Do you understand? It depends on you. For instance, myself, I used my name in my brand name, O3 Digitals. My full name is Oladokun Oladayo. So O3, O in three places, then Digitals. That's what I used for my agency name. So it depends on you. You know, some like Orifunke has Orifunke Lawal Academy. Do you understand? So thank you so much for this call tonight. We've tried, and then at this time we're going to bring the Digital Business Summit to a close. It's so good having every one of you here from all the speakers. I want to appreciate you, Mr. Emmanuel. Thank you so much for your time today. Thank you for taking our time, to being on this call. I know you're busy. You're a busy man. You have different clients. You have clients works on your hand. So thank you so much for being on this call. And to everybody that has been on this call from the beginning to the end, I hope you learned so much. Now, I want you guys to implement everything you've learned. That's the most important thing. This is a free webinar, and many people don't take free webinars seriously, but I want you to make a difference with this free webinar. I love you guys. Till next time. Maybe, we might continue to have maybe digital business summits, every month, and I bring a couple of my friends on to just interview them and share their professional experience. But we can't say that for now. A couple of things are going to determine that next step. But for now, I want to bring this webinar to a close. Thank you so much, guys. It's so good to have you here. Thank you, Mr. Emmanuel. I love you. Thank you, man. So, bye, guys. Bye. Digital Business Summit 2021 comes to a close. Thank you.